Hey guys, it's Bama Mobs here, and welcome back for another great weekend of Alabama high school football. We're going to be focusing on Class 6A, and as always, specifically Region 7, but I will cover the whole state. So before we get started, I'm a little bit thirsty, guys, and what am I going to do? Yes. Yeah, you know what that is. This is that great southern drink, a little pick-me-up for the afternoon. About 4 to 6 ounces. That should do it. Milo's sweet tea. This is a southern tradition. You get it at your local grocery store. Of course, you get it at Milo's restaurant in Birmingham area. But most grocery stores you'll be able to find this. And don't worry, if you have sugar diabetes, they have an unsweet Milo's tea also. So let's give it a little. That is good, guys. If you turn off my video now and went to the convenience store to get Milo's tea, I would not blame you. But anyway, we're going to get on into this video. As always, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like. It'll just take you a millisecond, man. Yeah, just hit the like button. It's much appreciated. And hit the notifications bell so you see my content come out after the games. My channel is not just football, travel, exercise, fitness. Just look through all my stuff, Bama Mobs on YouTube. And as always, it's much appreciated. Now we're going to move over to the technology room, and we're going to go through the rundown. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, so here we are. We're going to get this set up for y'all guys. Ouch. I think I fractured my finger. Let's move it up here. Class 6A, best football in the state, best teams, best competition. So last weekend you had Saraland. They played St. Paul's Episcopal. Saraland beat them 19-14, basically for the region championship. But as you see, Spanish Fort is right there. They'll probably have something to say about it. As you can see, that 9.1 over there, St. Paul's is one of the highest rated defenses in the state. Saraland definitely had to work for that victory. Pretty much a breather for Saraland this weekend. They're going to go to Murphy, scrimmage a little bit. Region 2, Russell County. They just keep winning, man. They're 6-1. They'll have a better game this week. They'll be playing Pike Road. Just looking at the records there, that's basically for the region championship. Pike Road, even though they're 5-3, those 3 losses came against higher level competition. They're 5-0 in the region, and they're going to be playing Russell County. They're going to take Pike Road by a touchdown in that one. Next up is Region 3, Spain Park. They're going to be traveling. Spain Park will be traveling to Calera, and I'm calling this a trap game. Spain Park had a huge game last week against Chelsea, beat them for the region championship. They're flying high. I hope they don't come in flat against Calera, because Calera is one of those 4-3, 3-4 teams that just haven't quite put it together yet. But if they put it together on you, it's a problem. Just ask Muscle Shoals. Moving on down, Western Birmingham, Tuscaloosa. Hueytown will be traveling to Brookwood, basically for a breather game. If my memory serves me correct, I believe Bessemer City beat McAdory last weekend. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comments below. Region 5. This is the game, one of the 2 games, actually 3 games to go to. First one here is in Birmingham. Parker, the Thundering Herd, playing the Homewood Patriots. As it said there, Battle Royale, winner take all for the region. Parker is the number 2 offense in the state of Alabama. They currently have 285 points on the year. They just score. I'm taking Parker by 7 in this game. Region 6. This is a I-20 corridor, Birmingham to Atlanta. All these cities are sort of sprinkled through there. You got Clay Chalkville. And what is Clay Chalkville? I mean, who are they? Well, they're only given a touchdown a game. And Clay Chalkville is the number one defense in the state of Alabama. They're going to be traveling to Oxford to take on the Yellow Jackets. I'm taking Clay by 3. It's going to be a hostile environment. If you have not watched a football game at Oxford Stadium, you need to go. It's one of the best stadiums in the state of Alabama. Now moving down to my neck of the woods, Northwest Alabama. Yeah, you can say what you want to. I believe we played the toughest ball here. We got some big boys on the offensive and defensive lines, and all the games, you just never know what's going to happen. So currently, number one in the region after last week is Hartselle. Hartselle is 6-1, and they are the number 2 defense in the state of Alabama. I read an article in the Hartselle Inquirer the other day. They did some interviews with the players, their defensive end, their linebacker, and if you've never seen Hartselle play, their uniforms are just like the University of Alabama, and the way the players speak, they speak the same language. They're like, hey, we're just focused on ourselves. We're just trying to get better ourselves every week in practice. We play the games. It's all about self-development. How can I pick up my fellow teammate? Build people up, don't tear them down. It's that championship vibe that you get from Hartselle, who is a perennial winner in Class 6A. They've been a sleeper all season because they didn't really play any heavy competition, until now. So they beat Coleman 10-7 with a walk-off field goal. Last week they beat Athens like 21-19. So they're playing hard-fought games, playing hard defense, and just winning games. And that's what it's about. Muscle Shoals is off this weekend. Last weekend, Muscle Shoals was the number 5 team in the state of Alabama. They went to Jasper, and I just think Muscle Shoals is not ready. They was coming off a big-time win against Athens. They had blown Athens out. They had blown Coleman out. And Jasper got blew out by Athens and lost to Coleman. So I'm sure Muscle Shoals came into the game thinking, hey, we're fixing to jack these guys, and the game's over. We're just going to win. Let's just show up. Let's get this over with. Let's go watch some college football on Saturday. But that's not what happened. Muscle Shoals was asleep in the first quarter. They had 2 fumbles, and before you knew it, Jasper was up 21-0. Then it was 28-0. Ultimately, Muscle Shoals stormed back in the second half. And I have to give credit to the Muscle Shoals coach. They could have taken the game to overtime, and who knows, they might have eked out a win. But the coach said, hey, we're not going to be here forever doing this overtime stuff. So he went for it. He went for 2 after they scored their last touchdown. Jasper stopped the play. They did not score. Muscle Shoals lost 49-48. Hard-fought victory for Jasper. It was earned, not given. If you're given opportunities from the other team, it's up to you to take advantage of them. And Jasper took advantage of the opportunities and scored touchdowns, not field goals. Am I a little bit of a homer? Yes, I am, but it was a super game. You just have to be there. So this weekend, what happens? Jasper has to go to the Mecca of football. Yeah, Jasper has to go to Hartselle. And it's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about it. You're going against the number 2 defense in the state of Alabama. The good news is Hartselle does not have the big play capability that Muscle Shoals has. Now, when I say Muscle Shoals stormed back in the game last week, they stormed back. I mean, they scored a touchdown, every 3 to 4 minutes, basically. Every 3 to 4 minutes. Number 5 for Muscle Shoals, you will see him at a Division I school, SEC, next year. Number 0, the tailback for Muscle Shoals. You will see him on a college field. Both of those guys from Muscle Shoals, blazing speed. If you're playing them in the future, if you stop them, you will win the game. Hartselle, they don't have that. But they don't need it because they got the number 2 D in the state. And what does Jasper has? Hey, Jasper is a team. And that's all I can say. Jasper is a team that is getting better every week. And you can't ask much more out of your football team than to get a little better every week. Moving on down, Coleman, they're going to be playing, who is that? I think I got this messed up for y'all a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Coleman's going to be playing Decatur. Coleman should win that game. Athens is going to Columbia. They should easily win that game. So as far as how this is going to play out, as far as the state playoffs, so currently Hartselle has to play Muscle Shoals next week after they play Jasper this week. So essentially that game will be for the region championship. And it's going to get complicated. Let's say if, so Muscle Shoals beats Hartselle. So that would put Athens, Muscle Shoals, Hartselle, all with 2 losses. And so the only question mark is really who's going to be in the 4th place between Jasper and Coleman. So Jasper, I just had to say, Jasper is in control. All they have to do is beat Hartselle this week. They're in the state playoffs, period. Yeah, beat Hartselle, you're in the state playoffs, period. And then you don't have to worry about people beating other people and calculations and formulas, which get you crazy. But that'll be the rundown for Region 7 this week. So if you're in the area, you want to be at Hartselle, Alabama, Jasper versus Hartselle, you will not be disappointed. And then finally, my sleeper team here. Yeah, sleeper team. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all something, man. It's like over here on the side. You see Muscle Shoals at 324? Yes. No matter what problems they're having up there, they are still the number 1 offense in the state of Alabama. And as I said previously, it's because of number 5 and number 0. If they get a step on you, they are gone. Continue with the video now. Region 8, Fort Payne, Alabama. I'm predicting Fort Payne is the sleeper team of the season. They beat Gadsden City 28-14. Straight up. Beat them. Gadsden City was supposed to be, world beaters, but I guess it didn't pan out like that. So Fort Payne, they got a breather game this week. They're going to go play Hazel Green, and they'll just keep pressing on. I imagine, let's go over here. Yeah, Fort Payne, they're going to be region champs. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. They're going to be the region champions. All right, so that's wrapping it up, guys. So that's a Class 6A football in the great state of Alabama. A lot of games, to go to. So get out there, get involved. Don't just stay at the house. It's boring when you're at the house, man. Get out there and get to a football game. So quick rundown. Yeah, so really nothing going on in Region 1 this weekend. So your big games are going to be, Parker Homewood and Birmingham. Clay Chalkville Oxford, which is probably the number 1 team, or the number 1 game Class 6A this weekend. Again, Clay Chalkville is the number 1 defense in the state. Excuse me. And in in Region 7, Jasper's going to Hartselle, and it's I can't say it another way. It really is a must-win for Jasper. If Jasper needs to pull this game off, go in there, throw the kitchen sink, take your best shot, whatever trick plays you got, run them, and try to get that victory and go ahead and secure that state playoff spot. That's what it's about. Now, you got to secure that spot. All right, guys. Hey, I enjoyed y'all watching the video. I enjoyed making the video. It takes a little bit of time. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave me a like down below, and see you at the game.